Cam here, the Georgian chef, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a marinated and then smoked flank steak. First, I wasn't too keen on steaks being done on a smoker, low and slow, because I like to sear it high temp. I like my steak medium rare, and just found that it would be too difficult to get it at the right doneness for me on a smoker. Anyway, I've been playing around, and I had a fabulous flank steak, and it was just great. It was perfect, medium rare, wonderful flavor, so I thought I'd share it with you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make up the marinade. Then we're going to marinate the steak. I'm going to cross score it, show you how we do that. Put it in a zippy, marinate it for 2 days. So I'm going to give this a 48-hour, let those flavors penetrate deep into that meat, and then we'll do it on the smoker after that. So let's get started. We're just going to make this up and put it in the measuring cup. First thing we need is 2 tablespoons of Montreal steak spice. And we need 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Then we need some of the wet stuff here. 1 cup of olive oil. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of hot chili oil. 2 tablespoons of Woo sauce, otherwise known as Worcestershire or Wester, whatever you want to call it. We just call it Woo. So 4 tablespoons. This is a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. Grab 4 tablespoons of cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Then we're going to get the juice from 1 lime and the juice from half a lemon. Just going to give us the acidity we need. Help break down the fibers, and just wonderful flavor. And I'm just going to mix all that up. Smells wonderful. So, we'll let that sit. Go get the steaks now. Okay, we've got a beautiful flank steak here. It's a nice size one. So I'm just going to just trim off any little bits of fat. Little bits are okay. If you have a big piece of it, you want that out, you can leave that in. It's alright. Just a very nice lean piece. So what I like to do with flank steak is I always score it crisscross across the grain. So grain's all going this way, so I want to score this way. So I just gently push my blade 1/2 inch apart just to score in about 1/8 of an inch or so. We'll turn that and we'll do it the other way. So you can see about how deep I've gone in there. Just about 1/8 of an inch or so. And we do the same thing on the other side. There we go. So it's all scored. Now I've got a Ziploc bag here ready. So I'm just going to place that in there. Just kind of like that. Okay, as I said, I'm doing 2 steaks. You go through this trouble, just better to do it for 2. So what I do is when I get, I'm going to eat one in 2 days, and then the other one I'm just going to put in the freezer, and it'll just marinate in the freezer, and then when I defrost it, it'll soak up that marinade. So I just got to quickly pour roughly half in that one. And the other half in that one. So you just want to make sure the marinade is covering everywhere. Both sides. And without letting it spill. Now I got a straw, and I create my own little vacuum sealer here. You want to get as much of that air out as possible. Seal the bag up from both ends first. Stick the straw just inside there. Bag's not cooperating. So I got most of the air out of there. And that go in the fridge. And this one we'll put in the freezer. Go. So, that's all we have to do for now. One in the freezer, one in the fridge. Our flank steak has been marinating in the fridge for 2 days, so 48 hours. It's a wonderful marinade. Flavors are getting in there, and it's going to be really happy. So I've got the smoker on. The steak's been sitting out here for about 30 minutes, just allowing it to get up to room temperature a little bit. So we're just going to put it on this platter, and then we're going to take it out on the smoker. smells amazing. Now, I don't need this extra marinade, so I will be disposing that. So now we're gonna go put this on the smoker. Okay, we had the smoker's been on smoke. Right now, internal temperature is about 203 degrees. So we're gonna put this on, we're gonna let it sit there for 30 minutes on smoke. Then I'm gonna turn the temperature up to probably about 275, maybe even 300. So, just put that right on there. Closed, and we'll set our timer for 30 minutes. The flank steak's been on for 30 minutes now. Temperature inside is around 175, and just gonna take a look here. So it's getting some nice smoky flavor there. The surface temperature of the steak is 104. I want to get it to about 130 degrees, or maybe 135 degrees when I pull it off. So now I'm just gonna crank this up. I'm going to bring it up to 300 degrees, and I'm going to come back and check it in 20 minutes. I'll do the touch test and also the surface test, so I know when to pull it off. So back in 20. But just checking the steak, it's been on 15 minutes at 300. I'm just going to give it a flip, and I'm just going to turn it up maybe another 25 degrees and give it maybe another 7-8 minutes. The surface temperature varies about 125 or so. Still not quite done. Looking really good. Just a test there. It's still quite rare there. So I'm going to turn this up to 350 and just keep an eye on it. So report back. So we had it on smoke for 30 minutes, and then I had it 15 minutes at 300. And then I turned it up to 350. It's been on there for now 20 minutes. Just put a temperature probe in. I just wanted to be sure. The inside temperature is about 135, so it's ready to come off. And I flipped it a couple times. So it's important to take a look at it and to know when your meat is done. So I know that's ready to come off. All right, we'll take this inside. We're going to double wrap it in foil. And we'll let it sit for at least 15 minutes. Okay, we've had our flank steak just sitting under some foil and dish towel for about 15 minutes, and now we're gonna start slicing and tasting. Looks really good. Okay, when you slice a flank steak, it's always very important to slice across the grain, very thinly, and on an angle. And I like to do it very thinly. Just a little bit of the thinner part here. Should be more well. See the line where that marinade has penetrated inside, and it's nice and pink inside there. You can hear our dogs whining in the background. They smell it, but they can't have it. So that's the way I like to slice it, paper thin. And this right now going in my belly. That is really good. Tender, tons of flavor, just a hint of smoke. But this is cooked perfectly. And when I first got the Traeger, I thought I'd never use it for steaks because the steak should be high heat, high sear it quickly. And I have a good barbecue for that. Anyway, I tried a flank steak. It was the first one I tried a few weeks ago, and it turned out really good. So I would give this a little bit of salt. It needs a little bit of seasoning, a little salt and pepper, and plate it up. So I'll just plate this up. And thanks for watching, and happy smoking.
through smoke.